you guys, what's up? Happy Friday. I just uploaded my first YouTube video. If you haven't seen it, go ahead and check it out. I'm so excited right now. I'm really overwhelmed with love and support, and so I really want to be here for you guys as kind of, I don't know, a source of knowledge and experience through what I've learned throughout the past 4 or 5 years that I've been going through this. So thank you all. I love you guys so much. Now, I actually already filmed my second YouTube video, and it was about fitness, but I have talked to some of you guys, and I went on a walk and I've been thinking about it, and I have decided today to talk to you about nutrition because that is something that I'm really passionate about, and I feel like there's so many misconceptions, like stereotypes that have to do with eating healthy food. And so that's what I wanted to talk to you about today. This video is gonna start off with a little bit of a rant. Let's talk about the word diet. I hate the assumptions that come with that word diet. Oh my goodness. When I first decided that I was gonna make this like healthy lifestyle change and work out and eat good, I had already decided like I wasn't gonna try and go on a diet. I was going to just start eating clean. I did start out by counting my macros, and I'll give a breakdown of what macros are later, but for me, I knew that I just wanted to eat like whole foods that were good for me and good for my body, and people could not wrap their head around that. Like when I explained to them that, you know, or they asked me like what I was doing to lose weight, and I told them, you know, I was working out and eating healthy, they wanted like a different answer. They wanted like,
okay, but like what are you doing?
Working out and eating healthy.
But like what diet are you on? Low carb? Keto? Are you doing keto?
Oh, I got asked that like so many times. I just want you to take everything you know about the word diet and like throw it away. Throw it away. Your diet is not what you do for 30 days. Your diet is what you eat every day for the rest of your life. I just hate that when people talk about like eating healthy, they assume that you have to do some special sort of diet. And that is not what I'm here to talk about today. I am not here to tell you what diet you think you should go on or what diet I went on. I am not a nutritionist, disclaimer, but I am just going to talk to you and give you some tips on how to start eating clean and putting foods in your body that are good for you, which in turn will probably help get you to your body goal or fitness goal or whatever you want to achieve once you understand what food does to your body depending on what it is. People also think of a healthy diet or lifestyle as restricting. People ask me all the time if I feel like I'm restricting myself or like, how could I do that? And I don't feel like I'm restricting myself, you guys. That's not the point. You know, especially when I first started out, if I wanted to eat a cookie or some cereal or chips or friggin' ice cream or anything, I would eat it. If you told me a couple years ago that to get to this body that I have now, that I would have to give up pie, I would quit. You are not gonna make me give up pie. If you still have food, like junk food that's not good for your body and you enjoy it, I am not saying right now that you need to give it up. Should you probably eat it less? Yes. But I feel like you guys probably already know that. I am not here to talk about diets and restricting yourself. This is going to be about finding your path and making you happy through foods that are going to nourish you. And also, I don't eat food that I don't like. I don't just eat like boiled chicken and cooked broccoli. This is about finding foods you like, and I enjoy eating those healthy foods because I can make them with different seasonings and different sauces that make them taste delicious. So I don't feel like I'm living some restricted lifestyle, and I don't want you to feel like you're living a restricted lifestyle either. And over time, eating healthy foods just became second nature, and I didn't really miss the bad stuff. But again, if I want it, I'll go eat it. I still drink boba like weekly, and boba is like filled with sugar, but I love boba. I also love pie, and I love pizza, and I love tacos, just like everybody else. Again, like I said in my first video, this is all gonna be dependent upon what you want, and I just want to help get you there. And having a negative mindset about eating healthy or eating clean is not gonna get you there. So again, I want you to throw everything that you think about diet away. It's not restricting, it's not keto, it's not paleo, it's not this, unless those things work for you, but it's not something that is going to be crazy outside of what you're already doing now. Today I'm going to give you some tips that I think will help you change your diet from where it is now to a healthier one or wherever you want to be. First, I want you to go easy on yourself. Diet is very emotional, subconscious. You know, we've been eating our whole lives. Some of us are emotionally connected to food. You probably grew up eating a certain way, and it is hard to get in your brain and tell your brain, like, you know what I've been doing for the past 20 years? That's wrong. We need to do something else. Like, it's hard. It is hard. Don't let anybody tell you that it's not hard. Now, you can be motivated and you can change it pretty quickly. I feel like I actually changed my diet pretty quickly because I was super motivated. But if you're not, if you really don't have that fire inside you to change your lifestyle, then it can be harder, and that's okay. This is not everybody's main goal in life. You need to find foods that you will enjoy. So that's what I would say, is start experimenting with foods and find something that you enjoy and start finding healthy combinations of food that you could eat for a long time. Now, I'm not trying to hate on like keto or paleo or Atkins or whatever diets are out there, but if you can't do that for a really long period of time, then it's not for you and it's not gonna work. You might do it for a month or two and lose a bunch of weight, but unless you can keep that up for like a year, you are going to immediately gain all that weight back in like a month after you stop that diet. Whatever you choose, it needs to be something that you enjoy and that is gonna last you. And that means that you need to find some staple foods that you can always go to that you know you'll enjoy. For me, when I first started out, a lot of you are probably gonna be like, what? That's disgusting. I love tuna. So for a lot of my lunches, I ate tuna because really high in protein, low carb, low fat. I could eat it with vegetables. I could eat it with some crackers if I really wanted to eat with some crackers. And I could depend on tuna. I knew I could always eat tuna. Another thing that I love is like salmon and asparagus. I can always eat salmon and asparagus. And then I also learned that I love broccoli and mushrooms. And so find what you like and then get different seasonings, make different combinations of them, and stick to that and explore your options from there. Explore some new healthy foods, cauliflower mashed potatoes, cauliflower rice. If you really gonna miss rice, I've been eating cauliflower rice, and to me, you can't really tell that much of a difference. So you need to kind of experiment around with those healthy foods and find something that you like so you can stick to it. Now for the bad habits, don't try and quit all of these cold turkey. I want you to think of one bad thing that you put in your body. For me, I think the first thing I gave up was soda. Think of that one thing, and that's gonna be the first thing that I want you to start cutting out of your life. So soda. If you go out to eat, get a water, it's cheaper. If you go to the grocery store, don't buy it. If you're at home, if you don't have access to it, then no problem. You're not gonna be tempted to have it. Whatever that one thing is, just keep with it. If it's like 1 or 2 days a week that you're like, you know what, I just really want this, go ahead, have a little bit of it. Don't go crazy. But again, if you just feel yourself like, oh, I really need it, then give it to yourself. Again, don't restrict yourself, because that's how failure happens. Now, after you've given that one bad thing up and you no longer have to think about it, give something else up. For me, I gave up soda, and then I gave up cereal, and then I gave up chips, I think. And then at that point, I just decided to cut out all processed foods. Like if it came in a box and had like 10 ingredients, no, I wasn't gonna eat it. At that point, I had given up so much already that it wasn't hard for me, and I could just say, okay, you know what, this is it. We're serious about this now. No more junk, no junk. And then after like probably a year of eating like that, I finally slowly cut out like breads and pastas. Again, this is not cutting it out forever, like you can never have it again. You can have it when you want it, but try and make that less and less and less. If you're finding yourself really craving it, then get it. Don't restrict yourself, but only eat a little bit of it to satisfy what you want and then move on. That leads me to another tip of finding nourishing, healthy alternatives to your cravings. I have like a sweet tooth, a major sweet tooth, and so I will buy dark chocolate. I'll try and find like a really high percentage, like 80%, 90% cocoa, and I will get that dark chocolate to have when I really feel a craving. Or I will get protein bars or granola bars to satisfy that kind of like really dessert feeling need. But that's kind of it for my sweet cravings. Now for salty, I will get like nuts or kale chips. Oh my gosh, the Trader Joe's kale chips are delicious, and you can make kale chips so easy at home. So start trying to replace your bad cravings and put in something that's better for you and better for your body to replace it, so that eventually you can maybe eliminate that bad habit completely. Another thing is to put food in your body that nourishes it. Really be conscious of what you're eating. You want to get good, healthy foods with like vitamins and minerals that will fuel your day, fuel your workout, and your body. So not just like protein bars and I don't know, like not just straight up, my brain is thinking like protein things. Make sure you're getting in different kinds of veggies, different colored veggies, different vitamins, different minerals. Have your fruits. Put food in your body that is going to nourish it and fuel it. Another thing I want to tell you guys to watch out for is smoothies and juices. All of these people are always making smoothies and smoothie bowls and juices, but you need to be careful. When I was at my most fit, I actually hadn't even drank a smoothie in like 3 or 4 months. Smoothies are usually jam-packed with sugar. Yes, they are better for you than other things you could be eating, but you know, when your body has so much leftover sugar, that's going to turn into fat. Just because it's a smoothie doesn't mean it's healthy. So be careful with that, and I would say minimize it. Honestly, I think smoothies can be good if you put a bunch of things in it, like your chia, your flaxseed, your omega-3s, maybe some spirulina or any kind of like green supplement. Like yes, it can be a good way to get a lot of nutrients in, but be careful with them. Another thing I want to say is consistency is key, because everybody's body is different. And so during this time, you're gonna have to take some time to learn your own body. I have learned over the years that my body does not respond to fats. It just doesn't. I literally remember like 1 week I was making smoothies for like dinner or something. I would eat a smoothie, and I started 1 week putting a scoop of peanut butter in there, just a scoop, like the serving size, and my body blew up and I was so bloated, and I think I actually gained like 2 or 3 pounds, and I was like, what the heck? What have I changed? And I realized that it was the peanut butter. Or actually almond butter. I don't even eat peanut butter. It was almond butter. I took it out, and like a week after I had stopped eating it, I was back to normal. It just really depends on your body. And so if you're not consistent, you can't really learn what your body likes and what it doesn't like. So that would be where maybe counting macros or something would come in hand, especially if you're a beginner, because macros, for those of you that don't know, is your proteins, your fats, and your carbs. Protein is essential for building muscle, maintaining muscle, repairing muscle. Fat, it's an energy source. It also helps with your joints, your skin, your hormones, and your carbs are your main source of energy. And so with macros, you're able to stick to a certain amount of protein, a certain amount of fat, and a certain amount of carbs for like 10 to 14 days, and you can see how your body responds after you eat not the same foods, but the same amount of foods and macros for 14 days. And from there you can adjust. Should you go higher carb? Should you go lower carb? Higher fat, lower fat, higher protein, lower protein. And so for me, that's definitely where I figured out that my body responds better to like higher carb and higher protein and less fat. Just that's what worked with my body the best. Now let's talk about how I plan my meals. After counting macros for like a year and a half, I got pretty conscious with my food, and I could kind of eyeball things. Now, Counting your macros can be scary, and so if y'all want a video on like how to count macros and like how I did that, drop a comment below and say, yeah, we want to know more about macros. How do you do that? But for now, I'm just gonna skip that, and I'm just gonna talk about how I plan my meals. So for me, I usually plan them out. Breakfast, I typically have some eggs or some overnight oats. I used to eat a lot of protein pancakes. I've been thinking about incorporating that again. When I have my eggs, I know I have a good source of protein and enough fat. I can throw in some veggies in there. I could throw in a little bit of cheese. I put mozzarella on like everything because it is a lower fat cheese. And then with the overnight oats, it is a good source of carbs, a good source of fiber. I put like half oats, half chia seed, and so I know my fiber's there. One thing that is so important for you guys to know about fiber is that fiber does not work correctly in your body if you don't drink enough water. You will actually get like constipated if you have too much fiber in your body and not enough water to get it out. It requires water to move through your digestive system. And so some of y'all could be like jam-packing your body full of fiber and not really, seeing that digestive process that you need. And it could very well be because you're not drinking enough water. Back to the overnight oats. It's a good source of carbs, it's a good source of fiber, and then I usually eat it with some fruit so I can get some more nutrients in there. I usually eat raspberries, blueberries, or blackberries. Berries are typically lower in sugar, so those are my go-to. And then for lunch, I plan out some sort of protein and veggies. And then the same thing for dinner, a protein and veggies. So like chicken and broccoli, or salmon and asparagus and some cauliflower mash or some sweet potato, but I plan it by picking a protein and then picking a veggie. This does not have to be boring. Find some seasonings, play with some seasonings. Get some like chipotle peppers and adobe sauce and cook the chicken in that. Cook it in a marinade, figure out a way to elevate it so that it tastes yummy and you will enjoy it. Where are my carbs coming in? You're probably wondering because I just said protein and veggies. I leave room in my day for snacks. It kind of sounds ridiculous, but I know myself and I love to snack. And so I purposely plan my big meals lower carb so that I can have room to eat fruit during the day, or maybe go grab some boba or have a granola bar or some sort of chocolate or something. That's just how I work. Some of you might need to plan out more snacks in your days. Some of you might need to plan out and add more carbs in your meals. But for me, I just know myself and I know that I snack, and so I actually plan my meals lower carb. Now, a good example of my day would be waking up, making coffee, eating eggs with cheese and some spinach and maybe some turkey bacon, and then going a couple hours and then eating like a grapefruit. And then going a couple more hours, and then for lunch, I will eat chicken and zucchini noodles with pasta sauce. So it's like I'm having pasta, and I'll maybe have like a granola bar. And then a couple hours later, I'll have dinner, and that will be like salmon, asparagus, mushroom, and cauliflower mash. And then at night, maybe I have some tea, or maybe I have a little drink, or maybe I just have like another snack for dessert. That's kind of how I align my days.
Oh, hello. Have more to say. Awkward. I forgot that I wanted to mention all of this is important, but something that's important similar to the fiber situation is making sure that your tummy is healthy. And I can get more into like gut health if that's something y'all would like, but something that helps me make sure that all of my food is being properly digested is I do take this Alani Nu digestion supplement, especially when I'm eating bad foods or really fatty foods. Like I discussed with you guys, the fatty foods are not good for me. My body doesn't like them, and so I will take these. Game changer right here. Game changer. Would recommend. So if you're having like tummy issues or stomach problems, this definitely helped me a lot. So anyways, back to your regularly scheduled program.
So that's pretty much what it's like in a typical day for me. I will do a video of a grocery haul and me cooking my meals for the week so that you guys can see a more detailed version of that. I hope this helps you guys. Just remember, go easy on yourself, take it slowly get rid of those bad habits, and slowly enforce those good habits in your life, and you will be successful. And remember, this is not a restriction. Do not restrict yourself. All right, you guys, if you have any suggestions for me or anything else that you want to know, please drop it in the comments below. Otherwise, please give me a like and subscribe. That will really help my channel grow, especially now that this is the beginning of it. Thank you so much for your love and support. I will see you guys next time.